Hey Lynn, good to see you. Thanks for joining. So as I said, I'm sure you guys saw my Christmas haul earlier this week, and since then I have been in full Christmas card making mode, right? So getting excited to share with you what I have in store for September 7th. That is my big Christmas event coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's to go and in person. So if you don't live here locally, you can get your full kit to go. But we are going to have a great time, and it's going to be a lot of really awesome projects, and you're going to have a big bag full of swag. So get ready. Registration will be coming out. Hey Debbie, good to see you. Registration will be coming out this week, and registration will close, I think it's on August the 30th. So I have a very short window to get everything wrapped up by the time we're ready to go on September the 7th. But it's going to be fun. I think you guys are really going to love everything, and I'm super excited to bring it to you. So tonight has been, tonight's going to be a little bit different. Let me point you down. I will still talk through everything. We are going to be creating beautiful projects from odds and ends. What does that mean? Well, do you know what happens when you are making a bunch of Christmas cards? You get a lot of odd and end pieces. Let me bring out some more things. Some of these are going to be some new products. But look at this, like all these little pieces. These are all Christmas because, like I said, I've been in Christmas mode. So I'm going to share it with y'all. But what do? Do you throw them away? Do you make something pretty with it? That's what I wanted to share with you tonight. So I've got these gorgeous papers. You probably recognize some of these from the Christmas haul that I did. And I've been loving all of these new things. So if you're not a demonstrator yet, find a demonstrator. I would love to be your upline in your demonstrator team, team lead, to get a lot of these new products. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. I'm actually going to be focusing on, we can use these, but we're also going to be focused on using some of these, the greetings of the season, which has all of these awesome greetings. It's an online exclusive. It's available now. And it comes with and bundled with this awesome, it is called Greetings of the Season dies. Well, obvious. They match, right? So they go together. We'll be using those. We'll also be using some of this Golden Greenery stamp set and the dies that match it. And I also have some full paper packs as well. We're going to use those. This is some of the paper from that Golden Greenery, and then there's vellum as well that matches it. Again, this is all available online on my online store, so grab it while you can. This stuff is going to be going quickly. As you can see, I think I've showed you guys this before, but it's got a lot of gold featured in it, a lot of different greens, mellow moss, garden green, old olive. This is some of my favorite paper, some of my favorites. So anyway, I have some cards for you that I have already done, and these are all the vellums. If you haven't seen them, just want to show you. You get two of each sheet. You get this one, and then you get this one. And the dies cut this greenery out. These right here, the dies cut those out. And the dies cut these out too, which are pretty sweet, pretty awesome. So some of the cards I've already made. Actually, I have one card made. So we're going to be creating just some fun things by using some of these products and a lot of the things that are on our desk. Look at that. See how I've cut that? And it's like, what am I going to do with that? So we're going to pull this out and we're going to get started. So I hope it's inspiring. I hope that you see something that you like and that you're like, oh, let me go in my craft room, let me pull out all of my stuff, and let me just get started. Because that's kind of all it takes, right? Just getting started. So let me pull all of these back off the side. I have a little small work desk now that I've downsized everything. So we're good with that. Where's my trimmer? We're going to make a very, very special card. This will be the first one. It's the only one that I have actually made. We're going to make this card. This is a vellum card. All right. So this is using this piece of vellum in the 12 by 12 golden greenery set. Has the die here, the tag, and you open it up. There you go. And you've got this very vanilla insert with the sentiment right there, and then you can open it up and write your message. Okay, so it's a very beautiful card. The very vanilla really does match that well. And we're going to use, now I just used the last bit of my ribbon, so let me grab another pack, another bolt of it. If you got my July Club Create, you got this. You got not the vellum did not come with it. It was the Designer Series paper pack. You get half of that, the ribbon and the dots. So super amazing. Make sure you're on the watch out for Club Create. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 12 to start. Stick my big piece over there. And then I'm going to pull my arm out. And I need to cut this down to 11, right? Just like the regular size of our card stock. And we're going to actually score this now at 5 1/2. Not cut it. And because it's vellum, you want to be very careful that you only score that a little bit because it can rip. It can rip very easily. Thank you, Debbie. So we're going to start with that. And then I'll bring my paper trimmer back in a little bit here. So let me pull back my paper pack and see what I have. I've got some leftovers. I'm just pulling this, which I have. So I obviously have this leftover. And again, I know we all do this, right? It's like, what do I have left? And usually we stick them in the plastic, right? So I'm just pulling out some of this because I have used a lot of what I already had from this pack. So here's one that's kind of, see how that's kind of butchered up? Put this off to the side. So we know we got our card base. And I've got this piece that I found. And I've got more of that vellum. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fussy cut a couple of these, right? I showed you guys last week, right, how easy it is to fussy cut. You don't have to be perfect, but just kind of cut those out. You can also do the dies with these, but I don't want to mess with the machine. Just kind of make it quick. That's the whole idea of this, is making it quick and easy. How are you guys this Sunday? How's everybody doing? Hey Ramona, good to see you. We're making quick and easy cards from odds and ends and things that we have laying on our desk, as we know we all do, right? Here's one come off the side. Let me just cut that guy out real quick. We're going to make a gorgeous card with some really easy elements. So we're going to use that. All right. And then, you guys doing okay? Nobody's really saying too much. I'm going to cut this bell out because I think we can really use that. And again, as you're creating, you have all these extras, right? Let's get over here. Okay, there's that. And I love this. This has that really pretty gold in it. I I love this paper. I have fallen in love with so many of the new things as well. For you demonstrators out there, my oh my. What's your favorite so far if you've started playing with everything? Get that smaller. What have you started playing with and love? I love the Memories and More. I love the reindeer. I love the snow globe. I haven't had a chance yet to play with the elegant paper, but it is beautiful. Can't wait to try it. See what I come up with. Okay. So I think we've got some elements here to play with. And lastly, so this kind of look familiar, right? Like, what are we going to do with all of that? And then, oh, I have something here on my desk. I have this. I actually wrapped with ribbon. I stamped with Mellow Moss, stamped off and stamped on with Mellow Moss. And then I stamped off with Garden Green over top of that. So that could be a really cool element, right? Kind of stick that underneath. I kind of like that. Find some glue here. And hey, Amy, good to see you. Hope you've had a fantastic Sunday. There's that. So you see, I'm just kind of pulling in a bunch of stuff that I've got on my desk already. I'm going to actually adhere one of my glue dots to keep my ribbon from moving around, because that little guy is going to move. No, he's not. So look at that. So that's probably I don't know how big this is. Maybe I would use it on the front of our card. So that is a 2.5 by 3 3/4 piece. That's pretty, isn't it? So my trash can. So we will go ahead and use that. Clean this up a little bit. And we are going to bring in, and move these over to the side. I'm going to bring in some Berry Vanilla and get my trash back up here. Good thing I just dumped it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to create, this is the card that we're making, or we're kind of following, right? We're not going to make it exactly. But we are going to create this inside, and we're going to do that probably with a, let me see what I measured it at. I just used what I had. So this is going to be, that's 3 inches, y'all, by 9.5. So 3 inches by 9.5, cut that down a bit, right? And then basically you're just gonna fold it in half. Oh Lord, I am just making a mess. Okay, so that's all you're gonna do. And you want to burnish that with your bone folder. Okay, and that'll be the inside. All right, everybody with me? Everybody good? Thumbs up, thumbs up. So we are going to take our card base and pick up my papers. Maybe I chose a desk that was too small, or I just have too much stuff. I think that's it. I think it's the latter. And we are going to align this. It won't come apart. In the middle, okay? So see how that gives a really nice crease on that vellum? It's really pretty. And we're going to just give it a little bit of glue. Now you may say, gosh, you don't put glue on vellum. Well, this has like the little greenery images on it. You really cannot see it. So it actually is okay. All right, so there's that. And we are going to take our garden green. And we'll just build this as we go, right? There's not any perfection to this. It's just a matter of making something beautiful. So this is one of the stamps out of the greetings of the season. And it's the most wonderful time of the year. I love that. Just gonna ink that up. You guys see okay? I get a good image on that. Okay. Right in the middle, give it some pressure. So pretty. All right, let me get that good and clean. Okay, so we got that. And then inside, so we're gonna write our message. Crease that back down. Now, I'm gonna bring in some of this really beautiful gold. And what do you guys think? Is that too much? It kind of covers it up, doesn't it? I think just doing something like this is very elegant. And we can even pop that up. So let's do that. Get our dimensionals. I've got Merry Christmases. I got all kinds of bling. I have been having fun. Yesterday, one of my team members came over and we were just creating all day long as well. It's been a fun weekend. So I've had my creative hat on. That's been fun. Okay. Stuck to my finger. Hey Cassie, good to see you. Hi Amy. Okay, so here we go. Just going to figure out where we want this pretty layer to go. I think that looks fine, don't y'all? All right, so now here's some, let's see, where's my scrap vanilla? I just had some. Maybe I'll just cut some more. Sure, why not? Let's just do that. All right, so I'm going to cut a little strip of vanilla. I also have this stamp set. This is called More Wishes. It's too big. Too big. We'll wait. Oh, here's my vanilla. Here's some. Let's just use that. So we're going to take this and we could even use, let's just use the garden green, the same. Okay, and we're going to choose a sentiment here. Something for the front. So we could do Merry Christmas. And we've got the block letters, Merry Christmas. I kind of like that. Let's go with that. So, put this right side up. Now the question is, okay, there's Merry, here's Christmas. Got it. Wasn't that hard? Reading backwards is not my forte. Just gonna say it. But I'm gonna put Merry on one side and Christmas on the other. And let's see, because I'm using scraps. Let me do it on two separate lines. I'm gonna do Merry like this. Okay, clean that Merry off. Christmas. Just gonna layer it up. Okay, kind of overlapping a little bit. It's all good. All good, y'all. Okay, and I'm gonna bring in my trimmer. Just gonna trim that down a little bit. I don't have too much excess there. Okay, so I've got that, and then I better keep this close. I have this scrap too, and I think maybe that would be cool like that, or just kind of like underneath it a little bit. Let's see what we come up with. I can cut it in half too. So So I've got another one for another card. Let's just do, this is 3 inches. We're going to do that just a little bit shorter. Okay, I'll toss that. Okay, so here we go. So I think we've got our stuff. And we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive here. And we're going to layer this up. You can even do it a little bit offset like that. Or you can do it kind of like in the middle. I kind of like it in the middle. And we're going to do, you know what? I think I'd kind of like it like this. All right, let me add some glue here. I don't like it vanilla on vanilla. Did you guys see how that looked? Kind of gets lost. And these are not going to be the same size, all right? So, let's see, cut that off. And let's do it like that. So I'm just going to layer this up with a little bit of glue. Right? And make sure that lines up here on the edge. And then you can even, we probably need to put a couple of dimensionals underneath there to prop that up. Okay? See how easy it is just to come up with something very pretty with what you're already using. Maybe you're finishing up a class that you've taken and that you're like, wow, I've got some scraps here. What am I going to do with this? This is what you do. And you get that straight. So there's our, my arm in the way. There is our pretty card. Different than that one, right? But still gorgeous. Now I gotta tell y'all, I am tempted to use these gorgeous things. These were those dressy. Debbie Pot, you had some jewelry, dressy jewelry, awesome. But let me see what I have up here that's still current that everybody can buy. Oh, these ribbon. I think these are the ones that actually go with it. So, let's see. These are pecan. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this and do a small one. There. And that is your first card. You open it up. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And you open it up again, and there's where you write your message. You guys like that? And that just has enough bling with that real pretty gold bell and the embellishments and this beautiful satin ribbon. Don't you love that? So I just wrapped that around and just tied it down. So that became our card front. How simple. Very, very easy. Okay, let's move on. Let's create a second card. I'm kind of at a loss. Like, what am I going to do? So, get this out of the way. Do you guys have any suggestions? All right, so I'm going to take some very vanilla. And I am going to look for some green. I'm going to use garden green. Let's cut that in half. Let's see, I like this side better. 5.5 by 8.5. Score it at 4 1/4. All right. Got that. Burnish it. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to do this at 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. I don't know, it's random, right? Totally random. And then I'm going to take, what did I say this was? 2.5? Yeah, 2.5 by 3 3/4. All right, 3.5. Okay, so that'll go on that. And then I'm going to do this at 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so now what we have is a card front and a focal point. All right. Now I love this Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. And I think it would be really awesome if we were to take this. Let me get another tool. Where's it at? As you can see, I am not going according to I'm not following any card. So I'm going to do this, open this up, and I'm going to actually take pecan pie. Let's do lighter. Let's see, where's my crumb cake? So I'm going to take crumb cake. All right, this is our brand new brayer. And just ink it up. So let me just show you as I'm going along. Okay, this is the front with the Stampin' Up logo, right? So I want to get the ink so it goes in the grooves. So I'm going to go on the deboss side, and I'm just going to ink this up. Okay, the whole thing. All right. So give me a moment. Cap this guy up. Now this could look really ugly. I mean, it really could. I haven't done it. So let me go run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. You can see me right behind you. And let's see how it comes out. Let me get my topper for this. You always put the binding side, or the, you know, the I'll show you. What do you call it? The binding side? The fold, the middle. You put this side in your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine first, not the open side. All right, here you go. What do you guys think? You like that? Or do you like this better? So what we could do is get a blending brush. Let me get all my blending brushes. So I have a small one for the neutrals. And just going to show you a variation. So I'm going to do that. Bring in my scrap. That's going to get all over, I feel like. And you can rub the ink on this as well. I'm doing this to show you what it looks like, the difference. Okay? Because this is actually hitting all of the high points of where it got embossed, and the brayer gets the deboss side. Looks totally different. Completely. Not to mention, this is a little more subtle, right? Whereas this one is a lot more kind of bold. So you've got this side, you see that? Or you've got this side. What do you guys think? Embossed or debossed? This is debossed with the brayer. This is embossed with the blending brush. What do you guys think? And we'll use whichever one you want. Meantime, I'm going to wipe this out. Debossed. Okay. Any other votes? Embossed. Okay, we need a tiebreaker here. Who's it going to be? Embossed or debossed? Embossed or debossed? I like them both. We could actually do one on one side and this on the other side. Let's do that. So we can actually layer this up. Right, so let me get some glue. I like to make sure I get the edges really good. Lynn, which do you like? The embossed or the debossed? Okay, you want to give it some pressure so that it adheres down. Once it's gone through the emboss, the machine, it tends to kind of pop up a little bit. And maybe we don't even do it on this card. What do you think about that? Just doing it like this? I don't know. Let's see. So we'll take some of our pieces that we cut. And I love the gold elements. What can I say? So pretty. Kind of takes over, doesn't it? Kind of the same design I just did. All right, let's make it different. Do it this way. Going to layer this down. Making this as I go. Okay. So we got that. Get those little fringes off. And let me add some glue here. Add that. Let me move it all the way over. Okay. And then I'm going to take this. Do you see how I lined up that edge from the paper? I used it on the side of my design as well. It's an easy way to use the edges of your DSP. Make sure that gets down really good. Okay. Don't you guys love this beautiful paper? I think it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. And now let me bring in my stamp set again. And I'm going to say, this may be too big. I think it is too big. I love this stamp. It is way too big. We'll use it on another card. We're going to use Season's Greetings. And we are going to use Pecan Pie. Okay. Clean that off. And then I think what to do. Trying to see what else I have on my desk. Have another bow. Can make this really small. This is the very vanilla, what is this called? Cream. Very vanilla. It's a very vanilla woven. It's in the online exclusive. It's really easy to work with and tie. It's very pretty. You can make little bows, big bows, fat bows, skinny bows. It's fun. So I'm going to just trim that down. And I'm going to use this glue dot. And just put that right on the edge. And I feel like I need a little something on this. we can get fancy schmancy. I'm gonna bring in this. No, that's too much. This one matches the element on our card. So let's just try something with that. We're just gonna load that on there. Okay, get my scratch paper back. And I'm going to, that's kind of an olive color. So let me get, where's my olive? Old olive, where did you go? There you are. Okay. So we're going to get our old olive. I'm going to test it. So there's one, bold. There's two, that kind of matches that, right? So let me grab what I really need is masking paper. Stampin' Up! Masking paper. That's what I need. So I'm going to grab some of this. You can see I use it. It's split in the back. It's split in half. And then I am going to recap this because we know we're going to use it. And we're going to use that stamp. But what we're going to do is we're going to take we're going to get our mini boss, get her going. And we're going to open this up. You guys can see that okay. We're going to put that down there like that. And we're going to find the die that matches our stamp. Okay? So, what we're going to do is take that paper. As you can tell, I butchered that up. Just cut out what I need, right? And I don't need the full thing. I just need part of it. So we're going to actually run that through. Here, cutting, which is a good thing. That's what we want. Get that out of the way. Okay. All right, so you see what we've got here. And literally, I'm just poking at all of those holes. Okay. And this just makes it to where we can layer over this. You actually usually would take it off the, it doesn't really match that well, does it? Well, that's not supposed to work that way. It's not. It doesn't match up on the die. Well, fiddle. Okay, so we're just going to do, we're going to try and, I'm just going to fake it. How about that? I can fake anything. I can make it work. Heck yes, that's what I do. Huff it. We're going to lay that down. We're going to go over that. That didn't really do that well on that one. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to huff that. And I'm just going to layer that up there. Okay. So this kind of creates like a little mask. And again, it was supposed to lay down exactly, but it didn't happen that way. No one will ever know, y'all, I promise. Give it a huff. The reason I do the huff is so that it kind of moistens that the ink again, and it makes it come to be more vivid on your paper. Now we also need to do it for this side. So let me get some old olive, stamp off, huff, bring it the other way. Okay, ta-da, and there we go. Throw that mask away, it didn't work. So Where are my dies at? What did I do with them? Here we go. Do you guys like that? How pretty? All right. So now it's not so naked anymore, right? So it kind of looks like this is all in the background and this is actually in the forefront. So that was easy. We're just going to take our dimensionals. I'm going to pop it up. Again, don't forget my my mystery box, mega mystery box sale is starting on the 17th. It is this coming Saturday, a week from yesterday, and I'm going to be giving away some major Stampin' Up! Product. So I am super excited about that. It's going to go for 1 week. You have to use the ordering code that I have in my newsletter, and I'll also post it. I've already posted it to Facebook. So make sure you get in on that. It's going to be really awesome. You're going to get paper pumpkins. You're going to get stamp sets, die sets, designer series paper, embellishments, ribbons, you name it, whatever. I got it all, girls. It's crazy. Ask Cassie. She can tell you. So I'm going to be giving away a bunch of stuff. So depending on how much your order is before shipping and tax will determine how big of a swag you get. So super pumped to give y'all that. Love to give you just perks for ordering from me. I really appreciate it. And so you know, I am like really close to earning the incentive trip this year. This is like the first time ever that I've been this close. And I really would love to earn it. So I'm hoping that everybody helps me out with that. So I would love to earn that. So here's card number 2. And all we did was use one piece of designer series paper that was cut from the edge, which is probably like a scrap that y'all have 10 of on your desk. And then we embossed this with some ink, and we did this layer and a piece of ribbon, which you probably have on your desk too. So there we go, card number 2. All right, let's go for card number 3. Let's see what we can create. Let me switch gears a minute, and I am going to take one of these stylish shapes, the largest of the squares. Okay, I know you guys all have this. This is a awesome set. Okay, so we're going to take that, and I'm going to get some basic white. There we go. I'm going to cut out a square from that. I'm going to do it on my big machine. And okay, so got this. So now this is another technique and a way to use a bunch of different DSP. Can you guys see all that? Bring it down, make sure you can see it. There you go. Am I out of the window? Can you guys see everything? If you can't, just holler at me. Just say, hey, move it down. Okay, so there's quite a few pieces. Oh, and I've got some that I did on little like strips. Like, how cute is that? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to take some, well, let me lay it out first. I'm a proponent to laying it out. So we're going to do like this. Going to get that cute little Christmas tree. That little reindeer there. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to glue this down. This is going to be my center point. Okay. So again, we just die cut whatever shape and size that you want your focal piece to be. Okay. And then you take all of your pieces and you're actually going to line those up. Wow, okay. Sorry, y'all, my husband's in Montreal. His mother is in the hospital still after her stroke, and they're expecting her to pass, so it's a little stressful. Anyway, so that, right? So I think that's going to be really cute. So we're going to take this. You know what? I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put that guy in. I think his little face is too cute. All right, so we're going to actually take this like this. Just add some glue. Now I like liquid glue. Y'all may not. I know there's a lot of people that absolutely despise liquid glue because it gets everywhere. I get it. Do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever you like. That did kind of ooze out a little bit. And now I'm going to take this side out and do the same thing. Okay. Got gluey fingers. I'm going to line that up with the bottom. So essentially, we're just covering up that stylish shape. Okay? Isn't that cute? Looks ugly now, right? Y'all are like, what? I'm just going to trim it down and get it to where you follow that shape. I had glue on it. And look at the jingle bells. Some of the new paper, it's coming. Look at that reindeer. He's so cute. All right, I will throw these pieces away. They are used, they are done, no more. Okay, so there's our piece that we're going to use as a focal point. Now we could fancy it up. We could put a piece of cardstock behind it. I kind of think it would look pretty with red. So let me get some red. If I can grab it. All right. So I got a piece of red. We're going to measure this. So our square is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So we're going to go 3 by 3. Should be a really cute background for that. Okay. And I'm also going to pop them up. If you're just joining me, we are using some of the odds and ends of our projects and things on our desk to be creative and make new beautiful cards. Okay. All right. So there's that. Have some of these little strips. You could even layer it like this just to do something super fun. Why not? We're going to bring in different elements from different sweets. Nobody said we can't do that, right? So fun. Gold looks good on everything. Bling it out. Okay. So there we have that. And then I'm going to get going to get a piece of this garden green. I'm going to do 4 1/4 by 11. Scored at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to take another piece, cut that at 5 1/4 by 4. It's just your standard card front. And then I'm going to take this Fern 3D embossing folder. I'm going to run that card front through on that. That looks like this. Again, I'm just bringing in all my elements, right? This is like so fun. I either stay with white or I go with vanilla. So whichever neutral you want. And then I'm going to create a cute little tag using the Greetings of the Season dies, right? That looks like a fun tag. And because this is white, I'm going to stay with white. There's the embossed, there's the debossed. I think I'll just pop that up. I think our little card's coming out cute. Don't you? You guys like that? Okay. I'm going to lay that down, 1/4 inch border all the way around. Put it and then burnish that. So I will burnish that, make it lay flat. Kind of see how we're going with this. Fun, fun. Everybody like it? This is a vanilla. We have white. Let's see, what can I use? Oh, I have some white. We have this white ribbon. What do you guys think about that? Oh, it doesn't look very good. Maybe we do need vanilla. I know what we can do. I've got the perfect solution. We're going to use linen thread. Everybody loves linen thread. So I've got some left over here. All right. So we'll use that, and I know I had some more white. There's my white. I'm gonna run this through after I stamp it. So let's stamp here. We're gonna use For You. Take that off. I don't need that anymore. So For You. Isn't that cute? Gonna kind of go like that. Maybe like this. Nope, like this. That's the way it's gonna fit. Okay. So let me use the same color here, garden green. So it ties it all together. Sometimes when you get your stamps at first, they don't ink up really well. See, like that? That doesn't look that great. I take it and I clean it on my chamois real good. And then, look at the difference. Can you guys tell the difference? Look at that. You see that? There is a big difference. So once you just clean it like this on your chamois real good, you don't even have to have ink on it. And it will, I screwed that one up. Let's try again. For You. All right, so I'm gonna die cut that. That's a little pro tip. That's free. That's for watching tonight. All right. I'm going to die cut this, leaving the bottom kind of open so that I can add a little. So on the bottom, see how I went ahead and die cut it so this is like open? That's on purpose. Put this back so I don't lose it. I am that girl. I will lose it. So bring out my stamp set once more here that we were using. And you know what? I could just use the same one that I was using here. This greenery piece that we just used. I'm going to use that again because I think it's pretty. We're going to use it in, what color? Garden green. I'm going to stamp off twice. There we go. Okay, because it's so bold of a color, I didn't want it too dark on here. I didn't want it to overpower my For You. So, all right, and you know you can take your fingernail and just kind of run it down like this and it will uncurl that, right? So what we're going to do is take this. We haven't taped it down quite yet. And let me get that. Okay. And I think I want it. I cut it too short. I did. So let's just add this to the card front. So again, another way you can add a sentiment to your card is with a little cute tag, right? And it just changes up the way that it looks. It's really cute. You guys like that? You guys like this class? Do you like what I'm doing? This is so like, kind of like an impromptu class, right? It's just like you're sitting at my table here and we're just creating together. Hope you guys like it. I'm having fun. I love it. Just very low key, no stress. Okay. And then I'm going to pop this up too. So do this, 2, 3, 4. And then I like to put one right in the middle to hold my ribbon, or in this case, my linen thread, and keep that stationary, right? Oops, that one didn't get taken off. So there is our card front. That is card number 3. What do you think? Like it? Nah? Not so much? Yes? I'm gonna add the white ribbon dots. I think those are so pretty. Kind of gets lost there. Let's add some more. 2. And 3. Okay. Can't really see that guy up there. But that's our card number 3. What do you guys think? And this one opens this way. Okay. Now what I'm going to show you, I love this technique. I love this. Let me clean up my mess a minute, because it's going to get messy. Messy-er. How about that? All right, let me get this cleaned up. Put this over here. And, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of this that we were using. I'm going to take this we've used. Don't need that green. Let me toss that in the garbage. What other pretty? I can use this. This. Keep this. This is a bigger piece. Okay. Going to bring in some of this. This would coordinate well. It's on the opposite side. That's the other side of that. Okay. And then this for the green. Okay. So I've got some variety. That's the idea. You want to get some variety. And I'm going to use, let me see. I have a piece of Very Vanilla. This is for a 5 1/4. Okay. So stack this up. And what I'm going to do is take, oh, this would be pretty. Let's bring some of that in too. All right, so we're going to take that and we're just literally going to cut a few strips of 1 inch, of 1/2 inch. I think probably keeping it, do a 1/2 inch of this long ways, maybe 1 inch going that way too, so I can change it up. And then some of my vellum that I dearly love. This is a whole pack, is $10. And you get, I think it's 8 sheets. There's a 1/2 inch strip. And then this piece that I butchered up on the other side, I'm going to cut that. I'm just giving myself a lot of options, okay? And then we're going to piece together and I'll show you. And then I love this. It's really dark, mellow moss. There's a 1/2 inch. I'll just do one of those. And then let's do a 1/2 inch of this to balance out. Okay. And then I'll do a 1/2 inch of this. Okay. All right, so I think I've got what I need. I'll move all of this aside. Okay. All right, y'all ready? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna use this gold. It's gonna kind of be my focal, kind of like right in the center, okay? I'm not measuring anything after those strips, that's it. So I'm going to take a strip of glue. I'm just gonna get on the center. Cover up that corner, cover up that corner. Probably not exact, it's fine, not a big deal. So I'm gonna then do this side, add a strip of glue here, and I'm going to do that, like that. And I want these strips to kind of go off of my paper, okay? Gonna take this 1 inch strip, kind of go off the paper that way. All right. Gonna start just covering this up. And as you're laying this out, I'm going, because I've got 12 by 12 sheets here, 12 by 12 strips. These are kind of lanky. And I can also use the other side, right? Make sure that's glued down good. So I'm trimming this off. Good way to use your scraps. Okay. All right. Throw those little pieces away. We can also use these other pieces that I just cut off, those long ones. And here's what I didn't think about this till just now. Remember this one I said I wanted to use? Can I use it here? Dang it, I can't. It's too big. I will get it on this card. I promise I'm going to make that work. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to go here. Is this kind of like a patchwork quilt or something? Is that kind of similar? What this is? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Kind of feels like it. Okay. Ooh, I love that piece. Love, love, love. I'm gonna get that going that way. Just changing the direction, right? Give it a minute to dry. Cut them off, that way I can use them, the other sides. Okay. Like how that looks, don't y'all? Look at that. So I've got this angle here. Let's see. Here we go. Just covering the whole front. Okay, so that side is almost totally done, right? Not like all that gold on there. Let's see. Juice. I haven't used any of my vellum, have I? Golly, it's so pretty. Well, let me get with that. Okay. Oh, guys, gonna need more time to dry. Cut that a little shorter. Okay. All right, getting close, getting close. The corner needs to be snipped off, okay? And then, let's see. Gonna add more vellum here. You can really see it there. That's the wrong way. This, and then here. I'm gonna use this beautiful gold. And there's a teeny tiny corner that's not even covered. And that's okay. No one will ever know that. Okay? So let's do this. Final snip. Okay. So there is our card base. Now that is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay? All right, now I think that's pretty well dry. I think what would be amazing is taking this the same embossing folder. You want to see what it happens to it? When we run that through, I will show you. Let's look at it together. The unveiling. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? That is stunning. Stunning, stunning. Can you guys see that? Woo! Do you like it? Hopefully you guys can see that. It is absolutely, so the gold elements in the paper just, I mean, it just really pops with this in the middle. Really, really pretty. So, of course, y'all know me. I've got to have some ribbon. Imagine that. So I'm taking this beautiful vanilla ribbon and I'm going to tie a gorgeous bow on it. This is a fancy card. I need some more. Give me some more slack there. This ribbon is fabulous. It's in the online store. And you would do yourself a favor if you got some. Just saying. Alright, so wrap that around. And I don't know which side is up and which side is down yet. We haven't even figured that out yet. Doesn't even matter. So pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. All right, so this is going this way. I'm trying to match the tails. Okay. So pretty, right? Wowza. And I think for this one, just to make it even more elegant, I'm going to do the Mossy Meadow. You guys know what? This is how I create your classes. Did you guys ever know that? It's not always a well thought out plan. Sometimes it just comes together, right? It just happens. And I think this is so beautiful. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this, let's see here. Let's see, okay, let me work my brain right. So this needs to be 2 1/8. We're going to make it a gatefold card. And 2 1/8 on this side. Like that. All right. Oops, there goes my trash again. And make sure you burnish that really well. And then I'm going to take my stamp set again. I'm going to use this stamp. It's the it's this one right here. And I am going to use that. Oops, let me get it on the block all the way. Okay. And I'm going to take, I think, Old Olive. Let me get my paper here. Okay. Now, a lot of this we're going to be covering up, but it's okay. We just want a little bit on the outside. And you see I'm stamping them both together, kind of giving some dimension or some, you know, color around the edges, and so that it kind of goes through, right? It's the whole image across the front. All right, so we got that. Now we're going to do, I'm going to layer this on top here. Is that stunning or what? Can you guys tell? Is that so pretty? Yeah, me too, Deb. Me too, Amy. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to make this card open this way. Okay, so let me get my glue. I'm going to add it. I know where my edges are. Just want to make sure I don't go outside of that boundary. And I'm also going to add some double-sided tape here for my ribbon to stay put. That's the reason, by the way, I didn't explain that, but this is the reason I'm doing it on the right side, is because my ribbon's on that side, so that it stays put and it stays down. Okay? There's the whole reason I did that. Otherwise, I would have probably done on the left side. So get that. I'm going to open it up this way. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Get some glue dots here. I'm going to actually glue a couple of these down. One under the bow. There's that. We are not done, my friends. We still need to add a sentiment. Have a scrap white or scrap vanilla. By this point, we can do vanilla or white, right? It's kind of a mixture. Okay, so got that. I want to stamp that big stamp. I'm going to put it on the inside here. See, this is, how big is this? This is 3.5. Oops, got my shirt. 5. Okay. I got that. I'm going to use my big stamp that I've been dying to use all night. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. Fun. Okay. And I'm going to use that in Mossy Meadow to match my cardstock. Okay. Let me get this cleaned off again. It's still got that little film on it. Okay. Voila. Okay, so we got that. That's for the inside. Put that up there. Glue this down. Who has this bundle? Who has, raise your hand, raise your hand. The frost is so, or the font is so pretty, you don't need to add a sentiment, in my own opinion, my humble opinion. Yes. I do agree with you. It's so pretty. But maybe I won't. Maybe I won't, because it may just kind of deter, right? Just really, really pretty. I think I'm going to take your advice, Deb. Okay. So we're just going to leave that beautiful as all get out, like that. And here's our ribbon dies. And I'm going to add a couple, just a couple. You don't think it's too pretty to put this on it, do you? I think everything could use some bling. There's one. Ooh, it just popped over here. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Come back here. 2. Put it on the ribbon. How about that? There we go. And one more big one. 3. Okay. So there is our last card. This is my favorite. What's your favorite? First, second, third, or fourth? This is number 4. Y'all know when you get that stamp from me this Christmas, you're going to know I love you because I love that stamp. All right, so there's that one, number 4. Let me bring back the others. Number 3. Do you call this paper piecing? Number 4. Yes, I know. Number 2. But y'all don't love this one? Oh, I love that first one too. I forgot about it. Gosh, I think these are in a tie between first and second place for me. Yeah, this one is super, super pretty. So again, y'all can see how easy that was. Now, I went through and cut the pieces, but normally, like when you're in the midst of, like, let's say you come to my class in September, you're going to have leftovers. You're going to have scraps. You're going to have little bits and things, and they're not necessarily going to all be the same size. That's kind of what I was trying to emulate here. But just putting them on a piece of cardstock and just adding them, snipping them, adding them, and then add a ribbon, run it through an embossing folder, add a ribbon, you're done. You are done. So easy. So I hope that you have seen something that you too will go back home or go to your craft room or your studio or whatever you have, right? And create something fun, different, something interesting, and give it away, right? Show people what we do. Again, if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I would love to be your team lead if you wanted to really get going with our group. We have a lot of fun. I love inspiring you. Y'all love inspiring me, and I'm inspired every time we get together as a team. We have a lot of different team events. We have challenges. We have a lot of fun. We're getting ready to go to one of our team members' cabin and actually make it a crafting weekend. So we're just starting to plan that. So if you're loving doing that, if you would love to get involved, let me know. Would love to host you and bring you in the fold. So have an awesome week. I will not be live next Sunday, you guys. Next Sunday is, what's that date? The 18th. Is that right? Yes, it is the 18th. I know. Saturday's the 17th. So I am having, so for the time that I'm out for 1 week, from the 17th to the 24th, I think it is, Saturday to Saturday, I've got my mega, what's it called? My mega box sale, my big giveaway. So you have to order on the host code, the actual host code link, and order anything you want. And I'm going to give you all kinds of fun mega mystery box gifts, free things. I'm going to give it to you depending on how much your order is. So I'm going to look for those orders when I get back into town. I'll be invoicing you for all the freebies. It's going to be shipped to you very inexpensively, the cheapest way possible. And you're going to get free stuff, like lots of Stampin' Up stuff. So I'm excited to give it away. So let me know how I can help you. I will miss you while I'm gone, but I am giving you lots of love when I get back. So sign up. Let me know how I can help you. And I will see you in 2 weeks. All right. Bye, y'all.